This video is sponsored by Alset Ehome, whose mission it is to accelerate the advent of sustainable, healthy living systems around the world. Hi, welcome to Best in Tesla News episode 65. Tesla makes another record-breaking quarter. The ID3 sales is not looking so hot anymore, but the Tesla Model 3 in Europe, on the other hand, is on fire. And Tesla superchargers will run on renewable energy this year. And the Tesla Model 3 becomes the best-selling mid-size luxury sedan in the world. All this and much more to come on today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Tesla had their earnings call Monday, and as expected, it was records all around. I did make a whole video about it, so if you haven't seen that one yet, I will leave a link in the description. But in short, Tesla just made their best quarter ever. Their net income was the highest ever in Tesla's history, and that is in Q1, the worst quarter in a year. So that bodes very well for this year for Tesla. And as I talked about, one of the most important things they shared was that their order rate is the highest it has ever been, so no demand problem. Demand is only rising, so also bodes well for Tesla going forward. And we can always cherry pick the numbers and make companies look good or bad, but to get a little perspective of just how good Tesla is doing and why I keep saying Ford and GM probably won't survive this big switch to EVs, Ray for Tesla just tweeted these numbers for Tesla, Ford and GM. Cash on hands, debt, and free cash flow. Three very important metrics. And as you can see, Tesla has $17 billion in the bank, and remember that is because they spent $1.5 billion on Bitcoin, and that is worth almost double that now, so they do actually still have about $20 billion in the bank. It is just not all fiat currency. But anyway, debt $10 billion, they can easily pay all that off if they want to. Tesla did fully repay the $614 million loan for the construction of the Gigafactory Shanghai, so that's pretty cool. And they have a free cash flow of $3.8 billion. Ford, on the other hand, has $30 billion in the bank, $163 billion in debt, and free cash flow of $4.2 billion. GM has $23 billion in the bank, $111 billion in debt, and free cash flow of minus $9 billion. And both Ford and GM have one EV on the road right now. Yeah, I just don't see how they can survive this expensive switch to EVs with dealership problems, battery shortage, and all this, while they have such terrible looking financials already today. But anyway, I just thought this was a really good showcase of how well Tesla is doing, especially compared to the other US automakers. And the Tesla Model 3 became the best-selling mid-size luxury sedan in the world of any kind, EV or ICE, taking the crown away from BMW's 3 Series. Just very impressive that Tesla is able to do this in just 3 years' time. And they confirmed that both Giga Berlin and Texas are on track, so hopefully they will also be pumping out Model Ys in the second half of this year, and maybe helping the Model Y to become the best-selling car in the world. That is Elon's predictions anyway, that this could happen already next year by revenue and maybe by volume by 2023. And the crazy thing is that Tesla is doing all this, breaking records, getting the most orders ever, best-selling mid-size luxury sedan in the world, and is actually the most Googled car brand in the US. And that is all without any advertisement whatsoever. Just make a good enough product and it will sell itself. Make you think why other car brands need to spend $6 billion a year on advertising, instead of using all those billions on making a better product, or another EV factory, Tesla has spent about $6 billion on building its last 3 gigafactories to produce more of their cars that sell themselves. And I think Elon has made himself very clear on this one, as he tweeted, "Other companies spend money on advertising and manipulating public opinion. Tesla's focus is on the product. I trust the people." So guess Tesla will not get a PR team anytime soon. So the Model 3 became the best-selling EV in the world and seems to continue its course. And the last couple of news episodes I have been showcasing data from the EU-EVs.com, where we could see that Tesla was doing great in Europe, but that was of course only using data from 11 countries that is registered on the EU EVs. But Tesla was actually doing better than we thought. The European plug-in market in March was over 227,000 units sold. That is an increase of 169%, so that is awesome. And the Tesla Model 3 sold 24,184 in March, 4 times more than the closest competitor, which was the Hyundai Kona, with 5,643 units. And as you can see here on this list, the ID3 is a shadow of itself from the end of 2020, where they made a big push, but now is really lagging behind the Tesla Model 3. Even if we take the year to date, the ID3 has still only sold about a third of the Model 3. And remember, about 35% or so of these 11,772 ID3 sold in Europe is to dealers, not customers, so the numbers of ID3s in the hand of customers might be less than 8,000 year to date. So that is not looking so good in a market that has grown 169%, while the Tesla Model 3 is spitting out like crazy, where Tesla doesn't even have a factory yet in Volkswagen's home turf in Europe. And the little Renault Zoe that has done so well so far is also struggling here in 2021, only just beating the ID3 and way behind the Tesla Model 3. So we must cross our fingers that the Volkswagen ID4 will gain some momentum here in Q2, because even the combined sale of the ID3 and the ID4 is not even half of the Model 3 in March. And this is not one country we are cherry-picking numbers from, this is the combined sale of all of Europe. And Volkswagen is planning to catch up with Tesla? Well, this is not it. And Volkswagen won't have any of their other battery factories before 2023, and only from one factory at that point. So I'm sorry, but with this rate and the plans they have, I really can't see how Volkswagen will ever catch up to Tesla. That is moving so much faster than they are. There's just no chance. And I think Sandy Monroe put it quite good in his live stream the other day.
Anyway, who's the biggest competitor to Tesla? None. There are no competitors to Tesla. But when they do come, they'll be Chinese.
Yep, there simply isn't any competitor to Teslas, even though people love to say the competition is coming.
The big boys are coming.
They have stopped saying Tesla killers. I think we all know that's not gonna happen anymore. But Sandy don't believe that the competition will come from Volkswagen or any of the other big boys, but it will come from China. And I think he's right. So Tesla is already dominating the European sales even before Giga Berlin is up and running and actually making this a fair fight, since Tesla is the only company that has to ship all their cars from half around the world to get them to Europe. So that makes me believe Elon when he says that the Tesla Model Y will be the best-selling car by revenue by 2022, because just look at this list. The Model 3 is also one of the more expensive cars on this list, and probably the only one that is making a profit, and it is selling more than 4 times the amount of cars. Model 3 is probably already one of the biggest cars in Europe by revenue. And when the Model Y starts coming straight out of the Berlin factory into customers' hand in Europe, this thing will take off like a rocket. Just look at this chart from Ark Invest, where we can see just how much better Tesla has become in launching a new product. We can see the ramp up of the Model Y is a much steeper curve than the Model 3. So just wait until we have 2 more gigafactories spitting these bad boys out. Yes, this will be huge, like connecting the dots tweeted, sold in Corolla numbers, at BMW 3 Series prices, and with Mercedes S-Class margins. This could become one of the most successful cars in history. And like I made a whole video about, the Model Y coming out of Europe is going to be something really special, a very, very good car. Yeah, Tesla is just getting started in Europe, but it's already dominating. And speaking of popular EV, one of the best selling, the Hyundai Kona, might get cancelled. The Hyundai Kona has been subject to controversy for several months. Back in the summer of 19, a Kona EV battery caught on fire and nearly burned down a Canadian owner's house. And in October, Hyundai decided to recall over 25,000 Konas in South Korea. A similar recall was issued in the United States last month for over 80,000 vehicles. And now it appears Hyundai is ready to toss in the Kona EV towel. According to the South Korean outlet Yonhap News Agency, the automaker has ended production of the Kona EV for the domestic market because of the ongoing recalls. It also wants to shift the focus to its all-new Ioniq 5. I'm sad to see the beginning of the end of the Kona. It was a great little EV for an affordable price. The Ioniq 5 will no doubt be a much better car, but it's also going to be a much more expensive car. So sad to lose one of the more affordable ones. We need more of those, not less. So hopefully Hyundai will come out with another affordable one in the Ioniq lineup. And we got a lot of great news about Tesla coming out of China. Because of the incident at the Shanghai Auto Show, Tesla has upgraded its security, so Wu Hua and the other guys could not fly over the Gigafactory 3 this week. But we did get a picture showing that the parking lot is getting full. Another wave of Tesla cars is soon on its way to a lot of happy owners. And if you are Chinese, you can now drive all the way to the foothill of the world's highest mountain using only Tesla superchargers. This is just so cool. And Tesla Giga Shanghai is to add on-site recycling facilities for EV components as well. Tesla has filed documents for Shanghai authorities describing that it plans to add facilities to repair and produce key components such as electric motors, battery cells to its factory in China, according to Reuters. The move aims to comply with local regulations as well as benefiting from lowering the financial cost of vehicles. Regulatory authorities in China are added recycling rules to the key components of electric vehicles to save material and protect the environment. And let's take a quick fly over the Gigafactory Texas with Jeff Roberts from April the 29th, because as we talked about last week, the battery part of the factory is almost done with the iron skeleton. And as Tesla showed in the earnings letter, they are already putting up some robots inside the factory. Yes, they want to be ready to start production as soon as this factory is up. And Tesla did say that all of their Tesla supercharging stations will be running on renewable energy this year. When you have an electric vehicle, most of the charging happens at home, and going with residential solar will literally result in your electric car driving on sunshine. But public charging station also needs to be powered by renewable energy. In 2017, Elon Musk did say that Tesla plans to add solar and batteries to all supercharger stations and eventually disconnecting them from the grid. So maybe this is what they are planning to do this year. But how they're going to do this, I don't know, because this is a huge undertaking. Tesla currently operates the largest global electric vehicle charging network in the world with over 24,000 superchargers at 2,700 locations around the world. Some of them are powered by renewables, like the ones in Iceland, because all of Iceland is powered by renewables, but most are not. So this is a very big task, but a very important one as well. So I hope they will be able to deliver on this one, because that would really set the standard for everyone else going forward. And Elon also talked about how little it's needed to make everything run on solar at the earnings call. He said that the size of a nuclear plant, including the clear area around the nuclear plant, a solar plant of that size could actually produce the same amount of energy. So why not just build solar plants going forward? And the Cyberlandr that I made a video about is off to a great start. I just got an email from the founder saying that they have already gotten orders exceeding $50 million. They have received more than 1,100 Cyberlandr reservations, more than 8,000 registered for the free giveaway contest. The 5,000, 4,000 and 3,000 reservation discount are already sold out. Almost 300 media outlets has written stories and articles about the Cyberlandr, and I can see my video about the Cyberlandr is by far one of the most viewed videos on YouTube about the little camper. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And I'm very glad that we can try to help the Cyberlandr to get off the ground. Another project I'm trying to help get off the ground is the Alset Ehomes, who are preparing to build a little sustainable, healthy community. And they have now bought 10 houses nearby the land that Alset Ehome owns in Black Oak, where these 10 houses will be 10 prototypes, where they will fit all their technology into these houses, then rent them out, and then get some feedback from customers on everything about the house. Alset Ehomes love some great feedback, and I have already given them the feedback I've got from some of you guys about the Pyridime technology that might not be so good for your immune system if it kills all pathogens, because we need that for a healthy immune system. So very good point, and they will take this to Pyridime and hear what they have to say about it. So thanks for all your great feedback. But those 10 prototype houses should be done here in Q2 already, if Tesla can deliver the Powerwalls and solar panels on time. So this will be very exciting to see this in action already this quarter, even though they still have a long way to go in the infrastructure and preparation of the land in Black Oak, but will be very interesting to see these 10 houses and to hear the feedback from the customers. Another cup of coffee and another Starlink launch. Yes, SpaceX made another launch of 60 Starlink satellites, and that was Starlink mission number 25. And now they have 1,500 satellites in low Earth orbit. So now we're only missing 3 Starlink missions to have a full connectivity globally, as Gwen Shotwell said would happen after about 28 launches. So they are almost done with the first major step in this humongous project. And we did see some great performance of the Starlink internet in Ireland. John Collison tweeted about the Starlink internet speed that reached 238 megabits per second download. So we are already seeing great improvements with the internet. And Elon did reply, cool. And the FAA approved SpaceX's next 3 Starship test flight in South Texas to try to smoothen the process of approval of SpaceX Starship flights. So that's a nice move from FAA, and hopefully we will get to see the SN15 fly very soon. And it might have a Starlink dish on it as well, because the FAA also approved SpaceX request to operate a Starlink on the Starship. Very cool. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Vanlifer made a concept about turning a Tesla semi-truck into a camper, something many have talked about before, but it would just make so much sense with the long range, so hopefully one day we will see something like this on the road. Samsung and Tesla are expanding their collaboration to now also making LEDs for smart headlamps. The ID3 did get a 5-star safety rating, just like Tesla Model 3, so that's good, but it did actually crash into both a car and a cyclist. The Tesla Model 3 did not. Maybe NCAP doesn't like the name Autopilot, but it's doing a better job than Volkswagen's system, no matter what it's called. And Tesla is listed in Time's 100 most influential companies in the world in 2021. But they're just a car company. Moped-sharing startup Rival plans to launch a Tesla-only ride-hailing service in New York. Nice, setting themselves up for an even better business case when those cars go autonomous. And a Cybertruck was spotted in Miami. It just looks so unreal out in the real world. Can't wait to see them driving around in the US in the hundreds of thousands. And Tesla had the Ram TRX at the Fremont site to do some benchmarking of the Cybertruck. Yep, Tesla want to make sure that the Cybertruck can beat one of the best pickup trucks on the market. And Elon did say that version 9 of the full self-driving beta software will blow our minds. can't wait. And great news for us Europeans, Elon did say that full self-driving beta would hopefully be available in Europe this summer. Yes please, and the version 9 should be ready in a couple of weeks for the US market. Mayor of Long Beach announced new SpaceX location in California. They will not launch rockets from here, but the port of Long Beach will be used as a West Coast rocket recovery operation. And do you want 2 free stocks? Yeah, I thought so. If you use the link in the description to open a new Webull account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening the account, and another free stock valued up to $1,600 if you found your account with at least $100. And it will of course help support this channel as well, a win-win for the both of us. And you do have a chance to invest in both Bitcoin and Dogecoin with Webull as well. Enjoy! And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to our newest patrons and members of this YouTube channel. Larry Walker, Eric Gunnarsson, Dirk from Wellington, Ross Haar, Fred Baker, Mark Smith. And I thank you for watching, members: William Coster, Guy Hasselset, and and this guy. Got no idea how to say this name. None your business. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. You might look at this chart and think this is an upward trend. This is a good company growth and everything is going well, but you would be wrong. Because as Gordon Johnson tells us, Tesla is, going down. This chart is somehow upside down. Come on, Gordon, get your head out of the ground. Come on, come on. The trend clearly shows Tesla is going up, up, up. No, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down. Ah, Gordon. And if you want a little more fun, go check the video out from the Juice Media that made this honest government ad about Australian government and their EVs. Very funny.
Our EV policy will ensure approximately fuck all.
And thanks to my Patreon Dirk for showing me this one. I don't think I can share it here on my YouTube channel, so go check it out on the Juice Media's channel. It will definitely brighten up your day.
We stopped these.
That is all we have time for in this news episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes just like this one. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel and get your shout out on this show. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news as it comes out and more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. Now it's also possible to support the show without buying anything, becoming a member or a patron. There is a link to donation options in the show notes. But going forward, I will be making more videos for patrons and members only, so don't miss out. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.